Back and I'll go through my checklist. But as for now, it's like rolling with the punches, you know. MSG, what's next? You know, who knows? Maybe an international stadium. Maybe we go to Africa in honor of George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. Like the opportunities are just crazy right now. Boxing is booming, in my opinion.
But you still love being at home, don't you?
Yeah. It's
to my dog, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I get my guy name right, you know what I'm saying? He sent me this on my IG and told me, hey, Mike, you might want to do a story about this. Shy Money, what's good, baby? Yeah, shout out to my nigga Shy Money, man. We're going to bring you the details on who said what and why they said it and what is Eddie Hearn doing. Look, man, I got to admit, I always wanted another big-time fight over in Africa. I always wanted to relive that Thriller in Manila, Rumble in the Jungle, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I think we need another Rumble in the Jungle. And it seems like the same place that had interest in Rumble in the Jungle, Zaire, that country is not. I don't think it's necessarily Zaire, the city, but that country has interest in bringing AJ. You know what I'm saying? The Congo or whatever, back over there for a fight. So this could be big, man. This could be big. Now we got to think about it. What opponents make sense over in Africa? Now look, man, I'm not trying to be racist or seem insensitive, but putting a white guy over there, man, just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Putting a white guy in Africa could do great, but I feel like, man, you need a Deontay Wilder for this fight, maybe even a Dillian White for this fight. You know what I'm saying, those two opponents come to mind. You know what I'm saying, because I think Africa, you know what I'm saying, we all know is the mecca of everything that's anything in this world. So I gotta admit, man, I am excited about this possibility. I gotta admit, bro, like I really, really am excited about the possibility of AJ fighting in Africa. Came out with his own set of beat headphones that had the African symbol on it with the wisdom over the ears, you know what I'm saying, over the head. So he's definitely very, very conscientious of his African heritage. You know what I'm saying? I'm I'm of the mindset, man. Let's do it. Like let's knock this shit out. Like put that motherfucker back in Africa, man, and see how they do. I'm sure the country as a whole and the people will appreciate a big time boxing match. And if you put a guy like AJ over there with a guy like Wilder, it's gonna be pandemonium. And I think that builds both fighters' brands even more. And I'm liking the concept. And I know, like, Mike, this is old news, but hey, I got an article from Sky Sports that will, you know what I'm saying, let you know why I'm manager of Anthony Joshua. He says promoter Eddie Hearn is exploring an option in Congo. There has been a approach. So that means the people in Congo, the government, the country as a whole, or the people who are in charge of bringing people over there, the event promoters and things like that, have approached AJ and his team about a possible fight over there. All right, got that right there. Second little bit right there. Uh, and this is AJ talking. For the next fight, Africa is not the right time, but at some point, 100% wants it, Cunningham said on behalf of AJ. Now, look, I got to admit, like, Pulev, Usyk is not the right fight to necessarily put in Africa right now. Like I said, a fight with Dillian White, a fight with Deontay Wilder makes more sense to me just because of of the of them being black. I'm sorry. uh, Joshua's first two overseas fights came this year when he fought, in New York and he fought in Saudi Arabia. But Tottenham new arena in London has emerged as a realistic location for Joshua's next fight. So his next fight seems like he's going back home to the UK. It won't be in Cardiff. It won't be at Wembley. It might be at Tottenham. And somebody let me know if you're over in the UK. How big is that arena that Tottenham has built? Is it like the size of Wembley? Can you put more people in there than you can Wembley? I just would like to know. The Democratic Republic of Congo, then called Zaire in 1974 when Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope tactics outfoxed George Foreman is in a legendary heavyweight title fight, now wants to host Joshua fight. So I guess it is the same a location. So big ups to the country of Africa, you know what I'm saying? And for y'all who don't know, for y'all who haven't heard AJ, let me get y'all AJ, you know what I'm saying, right quick, talking about fighting in Africa.
Go to Africa in honor of George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. Like the opportunities are just crazy right now. Boxing is booming, in my opinion.
But you still love being at home, don't you?
Yeah. It's
Like I said, we
back
see
and
all the
right. I'll
time.
go through my checklist. But
Like I said, we see all the tattoos.
George Foreman and Muhammad Ali.
Got the
Like,
lion tattoo. He got the king of the jungle right there on his middle finger. Letting all you motherfuckers know if you got something to say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. Then he got the African tattoo right there on his shoulder. Got some kind of tribal tattoo on his behind his neck or on his back. So he's very conscientious about his African heritage. So I would love to see him fight in Africa. I think it's good for the people. I think it's good for what up, Marcus? I think it's good for the fans, man. And boxing, you know what I'm saying? We need to explore different locations, man. We're tired of doing the same old Vegas, same old California, same old New York, same old UK. Saudi Arabia was a breath of fresh air. Next year, that what Top Rank's doing in Tokyo, gonna be a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? All these things can make boxing a global sport and make it very, very big, man. Like we shouldn't just want these fights in our backyard all the time. Like Africa should deserve a big time fight with two big time heavyweights. If it was good enough for Ali and Foreman, why can't it be good enough for us? Why can't the inflation, you know what I'm saying, cover whatever they need to cover? You know what I'm saying? I know these guys weren't making what Wilder and AJ's making now, but at the same time, like goddamn, I know some rich people over in Africa. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of diamonds over there, a lot of gold. So I'm of the mindset that shit. Put this fight over in Africa. Whatever fight AJ wants it to be. Hopefully it can be the Wilder fight. Possibly even a Dylan White fight. I think those are the only two options that come to mind right now. Maybe even a big baby fight, you know what I'm saying? If you worried about big baby failing drug tests, maybe Africa ain't got no drug policies, and so he can use whatever he want to use. You know what I'm saying? So I really think that this is good news. I think that with the emergence of AJ becoming a bigger and bigger star every time he fights, I know people like Mike, how he become a bigger star if he lost. That loss did more for AJ than a win, than the first win could ever do. Him losing to a Ruiz made the American public kind of recognize that guy and kind of get to know him more so than we initially did. So I think that loss had a lot to do with building his brand. And I think the way he came back, the redemption story, had a lot to do with building his brand too. So I gotta admit, man, I'm excited to see AJ. Whatever he does next year, I don't think Africa will be on the board next year, but in 2021, I definitely think it will be because he has to defend those mandatories against Pulev and Usyk. So we'll see how that plays out. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited with this news. I'm glad that him and his team has been approached by Africa. And let's get these fights, man. Let's get these events. Let's get these historic moments in time. You know what I'm saying? In our time. Like, not gotta revisit the past or go back 10 years or 20 years. Let's have this shit right now for us. We need these kind of events. We need this kind of stuff to make this sport as big as it can get. Now, look, if you want to be a part of the conversation, I already added my Skype in the chat. So if you want to call in, you can. Give me your opinion about AJ possibly fighting in Africa. If not, man, we're going to go ahead and sign out, man, and enjoy something this Christmas. Probably be back with another show about basketball, man. Yeah, basketball tonight. The Rockets and the Warriors are playing right now. Hopefully that game is better than the first two games that we've seen today. First two games were ass to say the least. No, but hopefully these games are better than the first two games. My Skype is in the chat, so if you want to be a part of the conversation, add me now. If not, man, we gonna get out to it. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all hear this AJ clip one more time before we leave.
Look back and I'll go through my checklist. But as for now, it's like rolling with the punches, you know. MSG, what's next? You know, who knows? Maybe an international stadium. Maybe go to Africa in honor of George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. Like the opportunities are just crazy right now. Boxing is booming, in my opinion.
But you still love being at home, don't you?
Yeah. It's look back and I'll go through my checklist.
And you gotta like AJ, man. He's a likable champion. He says the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he lets Eddie talk too much for him, but at the end of the day, man, that's the job of a promoter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be out there on the forefront. Pretty much, man. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got too much more to say about this topic, but um, let's see how it plays out, man. Hopefully, Congo, aka Zaire, can get that fight or get a fight with AJ, no matter what fight it is, and let's see that turnout for it. And I think it will be massive, just because the support that they gave Ali and George Foreman. I think they're yearning, really yearning for another big time boxing event over in Africa, and we've seen the success of Saudi Arabia. So I think it's safe to say that Africa will be and is a serious player right now for any kind of boxing events. All right, man. No callers. Until next time. I'm out this bitch. This has been Mike on Sports. Y'all know what to do if you want to support the channel. You can do so by right there. If not, smash that thumbs up button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we're going to get to it. Until next time. I'm out this bitch. Yes, sir.